Hello everyone and thank you for tuning into TradeChat. My name is Panzer and today we're going to be talking about the hints sprinkled around in-game that suggest we have at least one, if not two, new heroes coming to Overwatch. I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you do, remember to rate it thumbs up. So if you're an active part of the Overwatch community, I am sure by now you have heard the name Sombra floating around. If you haven't, I'm going to catch you up on it in a minute, but basically the TLDR is that Sombra is a potential new hero coming to Overwatch, and I'm actually going to redact the potential because recently Jeff Kaplan had an interview with Eurogamer where he confirmed that there are hints all around the maps that talk about Sombra and that we just haven't found them all yet, and he also mentioned that it's about time we start talking about Sombra, which pretty much indicates that she is an important part of the Overwatch universe that we do not know all of the details about yet, and that she probably will be a playable hero. We have a lot of clues that we know are Sombra specific, and then there's also some clues that are not Sombra specific. And when I'm done talking about all of these clues, I want to talk about some of the theories that are floating around in the community, and then the theory that I think is the correct one. So hold on to your seats, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. So let's start off with everything that we have confirmed to be hints specifically about Sombra. This newspaper can be found just before the first checkpoint on Dorado, and the headline translates to "Who is Sombra?" or "Who is Shadow?" because Sombra means shadow in Spanish. On the third checkpoint in Dorado, there are security terminals that say "Unauthorized Access Protocol Sombra." This is also a screenshot from Dorado that is showing some classified files. Obviously, there's Soldier 76, Jack Morrison, and also Sombra. It's been confirmed that on Dorado and Gibraltar, there is an interaction between Soldier 76 and Reaper in which Reaper says,
"Where's Sombra when you need her?"
We also know that at some point Blizzard actually did add voice countdown lines for Sombra into the game, so she's definitely a thing. Now, aside from all of the things that have been found in-game that specifically relate to Sombra, that use her name, there's also a bunch of other clues that have been gathered by people on the internet that relate to a mysterious figure who is possibly a sniper that has a triangular scope and might wear some sort of hood. This may or may not be Sombra. We'll talk about the theories afterwards. Just keep in mind that this may or may not be Sombra. It might not be related to the first bit of stuff I gave you, but it could be. So let's take a look at all of that stuff. This photo can be found in one of the starting areas on the Temple of Anubis, and as you can see, it's got that triangular reticle thing on the mask. Keep that in mind because we're going to see that again. This is a still frame from a GameSpot video about the making of Overwatch, and it shows a sniper that is listed in the support section, and generally speaking, that is an alphabetical list of the characters. Now, from that same video, we see a scope that looks similar to the character's mask. Also, in the cinematic trailer that took place in the museum that came out at BlizzCon 2014, we also see a sniper rifle that looks like it could be the same sniper rifle from that mysterious character. And last up is this teaser image that was released before the Dorado feature, the animated short Hero, and it kind of looks like there might be a mysterious silhouette on the rooftops. So now that you're up to speed on everything that the internet knows about Sombra and or potential mystery hero, let's talk about some of the theories that have been floating around based on this evidence. And I'm going to order them in what I believe to be least likely to most likely. So I think this first one's a little crazy, but you decide for yourself. The first theory is that Sombra is an Omnic, and a bad guy Omnic at that, because we already have a good guy Omnic, Zenyatta, and we have a chaotic neutral Omnic that is Bastion, so we have a role that needs to be filled for a bad guy Omnic. The only real evidence that we have that would kind of back this claim up is that we see that security protocol Sombra, which is not something you would normally talk about in the context of a human being. It's something you would talk about as a program or an AI or something non-human, but other than that, we don't have a lot of evidence to back that theory up. The next theory is that Sombra is consciousness that has been uploaded. Bear with me.
Extraction 90%.
In the recall animation, it seems like Reaper's virus upload was successful. I mean, it took Winston a few seconds to shut down the computer, and the upload was already at 98%. We had just seen it jump from 90 to 98 in like no time at all. And then all of a sudden the computer turns on and Athena proclaims the virus has been quarantined.
Virus quarantined.
What's pretty odd about that, though, is that the recall interface is the first thing that appears again, and Athena doesn't discourage him from contacting the Overwatch members this time. This theory rests on the assumption that at some point Reaper and Sombra would have been on the same team. They would have been partners at some point, and then Sombra would have been injured, whether she was an Omnic or a cyborg or a person, who knows, and then somehow they were able to capture her consciousness on a USB thingamabob. Then Reaper could continue to do whatever work they were doing by uploading her onto the enemy's computer, although we'll have another video about how I do not think Reaper is the enemy, but it's just me. Anyways, I think the theory about her being uploaded consciousness is really out there, personally. I think it's very far-fetched. One of the more popular theories is that Sombra is Farah's mother, Ana Amari. She was one of the founding members of Overwatch, and she was a sniper, so people are connecting that scope and the mask and the sniper rifle. People are connecting all those dots to say, like, this is kind of canon stuff. Last time we knew something happened to Ana Amari, but we don't exactly know what. But even if they're saying she died in a world of Genjis and Reapers and Soldier 76s, what does that even mean? Especially considering that Ana Amari's concept art featured a cybernetic arm and leg. So something gonna happen to her and she's a cyborg now. Maybe she was always a cyborg and she's cyborgier, we don't know. We'll find out, I'm sure. Another pretty popular theory is that Sombra is Alejandra's mother, and Alejandra, of course, is the little girl from the hero animation. This theory is usually coupled with the idea that either Soldier 76 or Reaper is Alejandra's father. I don't think there's a whole lot of evidence to support this, but the theory I do believe to be true spawns from the same animation. A few days before the hero animation went live, a French theater chain posted this teaser image, which specifically states that a new hero would be revealed during the cinematic. Which got me thinking, what if Hero wasn't about Soldier 76? What if it was the origin story for Overwatch's newest hero, Alejandra, aka Sombra? Anne Stickney from Blizzard Watch posted the most compelling argument I have ever read about anything ever, so I want to talk about the things that she pointed out to me so that I can point them out to you. In the recall animation, the news ticker at the bottom of the screen notes that Lumerico has completed the first of its new power plants in Dorado. But in-game, there's several of those facilities scattered across the map. This would lead you to believe that quite a bit of time has passed between recall and present-day Dorado, like the map that we play on. The thing is, though, the events in Hero took place even before the events in Recall. If you keep an eye on Dorado in the Hero animation, you can't see a Lumerico plant anywhere. And if you hunt down the little shop in-game where Alejandra and her mother live, you can clearly see the power plant from that point. You can see it from all over the map, and it should be clearly visible in the animation, but it's not. That means that the animation took place before Lumerico even constructed their first power plant. Let's say Alejandra was between like 12 and 14 in the animation, which I think is probably about accurate. It takes a couple years to get power plants built and up and running, right? So that would make her at least 16 by now. 16 is the same age as Diva. It's not like she's a little kid anymore. It's not out of the realm of possibility that she is Sombra. Not to mention, the name Alejandra actually means defender of mankind. In the narration of Hero, we hear Alejandra's mother worried whether she's going to become a hero or become a villain, and at the end she says, I don't think I have to worry about her, and I really believe it's because Alejandra saw Soldier 76 in action and she decided that she was going to be a hero. She was that inspired by him, and we see all the evidence on Dorado. We see the files and the protocol Sombra, and even in the newspaper, that looks like a lanky teenager, not some bulky, muscled superhero. That leaves only one piece of definitive Sombra evidence unaddressed in this theory, and that is Reaper's line where he says to Soldier 76, "Where's Sombra when you need her?" And I think that this is a taunt line. I think that this is a sarcastic throwaway that Reaper says to kind of take a jab at Soldier 76, and he's mocking him about his little inadvertent protege who follows in his footsteps, his little shadow. Now you'll notice that I didn't use any of the evidence from the mysterious figure that we saw that has the sniper and the mask, and that's because I don't think that's Sombra. I think that's a completely separate hero. There's no reason for us to believe that Blizzard wouldn't be teasing multiple heroes at once. There might even be more. These are just the only two that I've caught on to so far. I think that hero with the sniper and the reticle, I think that is Ana Amari. I think that is Farah's mother. I think she's going to be a cyborg or an AI or something, and she's going to be that support sniper that everybody wants, but I don't think she's Sombra. I think they're two entirely different heroes. It makes a lot more sense that we would be finding clues on the Temple of Anubis about Ana Amari. It makes sense that we would see Ana Amari, who was a founding member of Overwatch, her weapon being in a museum. It all really adds up, and I have a hard time tying those things to Sombra. Like, I don't see a lot of evidence personally that overlaps, but I'm no Sherlock Holmes. What do I know? The only piece of mystery evidence that I think could be tied to Sombra is if the picture on the roof that was used as a teaser, like promotional image for Hero in the Dorado news thing that Blizzard did, that picture is of current day Dorado. You can see the power plant in the background. If there is a mysterious figure on the rooftop, that very well could be Sombra, but because that's sort of up in the air as to whether there's actually a figure there or not, I didn't really include that because I didn't want to be confusing, but then I just did include it, so I guess I was confusing. My bad. Let me know in the comment section below if you think, who the heck you think Sombra is. Is she Ana Amari? Is she someone else? Is she Alejandra? You let me know in the comment section below who you think this evidence points to. Who does it point to? Also, if you have found anything else in game or any other evidence, like suggesting, I just got stuck on a word there. I don't know if you caught that. I wasn't trying to say it just, listen, words are hard, okay? If you find any other evidence, or if you know of any other evidence of new heroes that are hidden in game or in the cinematics or in the comics, whatever, let me know in the comment section below. I'm so interested in that kind of stuff. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna go. I will have more Overwatch videos very soon. I've had some weird family stuff going on recently that has kind of taken a lot of my attention and time away, but I'll be back soon. I mean, I'm not going to stop making videos in the meantime. I'm just saying there would be more. There would normally be more. I do want to do a bunch more Overwatch videos of theories and lore and stuff. I really want to do a video about Reaper. I just want them to release a tiny bit more information because I don't think he's a villain. I really don't. I think he's misunderstood. I don't even think he's a bad guy. I'm going to go. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. If you liked this video, please make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section. Thumb it up. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I think there's a cat outside my door. It scared the crap out of me. I'm gonna go. I love you all. You're my hearts. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.